on him.
Yeah, Seb's having a really rough one, and you would kind of expect this when Saxa leaves the lane as early as he did, which was useful to secure Sumail's game. Sumail's got more farm and Axe has been pressured because of it. Funnick would be like top 2 net worth if not for this Weaver rotation, so I like the Weaver's decision, but obviously it comes at a cost, which is Seb's game, and he's not able to farm anywhere near what an Axe can. He doesn't get to jungle and farm stacks with counter
Saxa is threatening Miposhka now, scurrying about with the Sakuchi. Actually, I think he wanted to snipe this courier of the Morphlings. He saw it earlier with the ward and is gonna find it again. Courier Exterminator on the case.
Yeah, that's really good. It's even big for the trees, which is usually the safe play to make, where it's like, oh, it's fine. They're not gonna be able to kill it. If you get vision, it takes 2 right clicks. Well, Weaver, gem. Very obnoxious stuff.
Meanwhile, did also force Miposhka to go hide behind the tower so he wouldn't feed. But it is a free farm Morphling who's sitting tied for net worth lead basically with this Death Prophet. His action breaks out top, call down comes through, working down Funnick. They bring him down to about a quarter HP, but now Phoenix going back the other way with the Icarus dive, the follow-up from Kasani, chasing No-Tail into the trees and in the trees. He will rest. Funnick puts him out of his misery with the blade. Now the dual bottom lane. They're trying to make a go on Morphlane. I don't think they're killing this guy. Sumail has no cooldown. They're going to try. Wait for him. Into the trees and TP's out of there. So Nick's creating some space, but also maybe signing a death warrant from Miposhka. No way to cancel this. He's out too.
Okay.
So a big commitment by OG. Can they at least get the tower? Exorcism was used a moment ago, but it's a full HP tower and 33 is pretty low. With the catapult, looks like it should be enough.
Yeah, he should heal up a little bit as well, or maybe not so much. The Exorcism wearing off didn't really heal him all that much, and OG should get this tier 1 with all the rotations up top. That's Ember's TP on cooldown, so Sumail making the counterplay, and we'll see both teams kind of looking to pressure the offlane tier 1s, although...
And they already have a Spirit Vessel, so they have a tool to deal with Nyx early in this game.
Yeah, this is really nice. They can really threaten him.
HR smoked up. Roger leading the charge, has his Supernova ready. They know Exorcism's on cooldown. They're going to converge. They find Sumail down bottom. No real backup here. Chains coming through. The kinetic field will cage him, and the helicopter will go down. Meanwhile, mid, Seb also in danger. The nuke, overwhelming odds, and now Saxa on the chase. They get the spirits. Even going on Nyx. I don't think he realized that this soul release is already available. And with the silence coming through, the follow-up duel, they get the kill and the duel damage.
Yeah, he was expecting to, you know, do Morphling things and be unkillable. Oh, I've been ganked by 3 heroes. Let's morph strength and waveform away, but with Spirit Vessel in play, not possible.
I'm in danger. Yeah. 33 trying to take the outpost here, but trying to stop the outpost from being taken, I should say. And he's going to punish Roger again. Will he get the kill? Oh, close. Does. He gets the second charge off, forces out the Supernova. Does mean he has no Spirit Vessel charges now, though, which is good news for Morphling for the time being.
Some tips going out. That was a kill on Funnick's Axe. Man, Funnick is just having a rough series. I'd even say a rough tournament. He often has these lanes where he's set up to succeed, and then, I mean, this game, it's because OG puts so much attention to shutting him down. I think they've recognized that he is a key player for Hellraisers as a tempo controller. They give him these really good heroes for the game, but he's just never ready for that third hero to rotate. That second support coming to his lane, it's like this 2 games in a row where he's had a good lane and then just ended up kind of dying a lot.
Somebody's likely to die here as they move in. No-Tail with the Carapace stun. Which way will he go? Gets off the 2-hero stun, but the quick chains interruption. Waveform off the mark. Looks like he should roast down slowly. Will he die? He will. And Kasani getting the last hit, but that was a 4-hero rotation. So a pretty heavy investment while 33 was shoving in bottom and the rest of OG. Sumail farming the jungle.
Yep. The really annoying thing for like December against Nyx is that you're going to be like soft countered by this hero in a 5-position role. At all stages of the game, you have to be very scared to have your flame guard up because an invis Nyx with Carapace can just stun you and set up an impale, and that's a 5-position hero threatening you. So it's a very good hero for OG to have. It's normally weak in the laning stage, but they've survived the lanes and have Sumail as well as 33 top 2 net worth. So this is where this kind of greedy 5-position pick feels really nice to have on your team.
And this has definitely been the story of the OG games, and not just at this event, but historically, is their focus on keeping their towers alive and taking the opponents and as a result, they have the net worth advantage despite being down on kills.
Yep.
And despite Morphling having free farm for the early stages of this game. So, yeah, they've caught up, as you mentioned, in net worth.
Yeah, you come for their towers, they come for your lives. They will defend them relentlessly and doing a really good job not losing any tier 1 towers yet.
Hellraisers, oh, they get the glimpse off. It's level 3. A follow-up call comes through, and that should secure the Sep kill. Goes Kasplat. But still,
come in with
look at the
exorcism.
turnaround. The Nyx is here, gets up the stun of the Ember Spear. No tail low, not dead just yet, and they do lose the Disruptor as well as the Axe. Yeah. Morphling having to TP out and no way to cancel it. So it's a 2-for-1 with Exorcism committed again, but in position to maybe threaten this tower.
Yeah, that's great. They killed 2 heroes again. It's one of which is a core. Ideally, they wanted to cut off the Morphling, but he wait formed into a really nice spot to TP from the trees where he couldn't be found. So not like a massive teamfight win for OG, but it's, you know, it's enough from your Exorcism. You kill 2 heroes, you do a little bit of damage to a tier 1 tower, you just maintain the edge over Hellraisers, who it feels like they're going to have to go into this,
Flame Guard's going to wear off here in a moment. Carapace, combined with the stun, they have the silence. Spirit Safe and going, Spirit Vessel as well. But Ember Spirit is out of there.
Yeah, just level 1 silence and I think level 2 impale on Nyx Assassin, so not the highest level of silence or stun.
In that previous fight, we did see what you were talking about, the Nyx. Like, even if the Nyx doesn't kill him, as soon as he gets Carapaced and stunned, he basically just gets out.
Yeah.
Which means he's not engaging for the remainder of the fight, and he's most of their damage in a lot of these situations.
You know, it's so nice to have this Nyx Assassin who can just run in and stun everyone. Even if you die as a Nyx Assassin, you never feel bad dying and stunning 3 heroes for like 2.5 seconds. If you get an Impale as well, there's another couple of seconds of stun in there. Doing that as a 5 position who runs in and creates space for your, like a hero like Gyrocopter to just flat everyone, throw rocket barrages out. You're generally going to be winning these team fights when No Tail's dying if he's getting his spells off.
Kasani trying to finish up the tower top, and OG, it looks like they've decided they've gotten enough mileage out of this thing.
Yeah.
And they'll let Hellraisers put it down. Last hit does go Kasani. He's got a Spirit Vessel of his own now.
He's realizing at this point that Hellraiser's a little bit stronger now. They're ready to fight. You need to play around your ultimates, which is most importantly the Exorcism. So we'll see them picking and choosing fights, mostly based around that cooldown. Funix Blink Axes online, so you've got to be extra careful about how you play around the map and not to get caught out by this one.
Sumail farming up the enemy Ancients, and OG converging up tier 2. The split push is coming from Nyx. He's completed a Yasha, and as a Morphling, he can push pretty hard. I don't know if he pushes as hard as all 5 OG heroes.
Yeah.
Does some chip damage, forces out the glyph, but it looks like OG, again, they'll claim the bigger prize, which is the actual death of the tower. Still, Hellraiser sitting towards the mid lane, and No Tail is scouting. Wants some intel. He breaks the smoke instantly as it's popped, walking right past Hellraiser sentry, and gets the initiation off on Maposhka. But the backup is converging. They bring No Tail low. He gets purged. By step, he'll back up and will retreat. So it denies the smoke, now the glimpse. They reel him back in. They don't want to overcommit the No Tail. They know there's bigger targets, but he gets off another good Carapace. Into the backlines goes Soxa, and they found Funnick once again. Funnick's gonna go down. The Egg not in a good position. They lose Roger too. That's 2 heroes dead. And an ult down.
This is like the dream 5 position Nyx play. You just, everyone's throwing spells at you and you have multiple Carapaces. You die eventually, but your team is just using your death to win the fight. 3 kills in succession. Funnick couldn't get his Culling Blade onto No Tail. If he did, that movement speed bonus may have allowed him to survive and then re-engage, but...
And they're playing 4v5 right now. Nyx is just farming. He is not participating in fights.
Yeah, until he has a way to get rid of the Spirit Vessel, which I believe, yeah, he's rushing Manta style. He doesn't want to join fights. He's telling his team, like, guys, I just can't do anything. This Spirit Vessel counters me. I need a Manta or a BKB. Then we go fight. Problem is, Hellraisers keep trying to force the action, like in a 4v5 scenario.
They're going to do it again, but they're ganking a 5-position Nyx if they even kill him. Blink debut. There's the call.
Got the Carapace off.
And he gets the Carapace, but should go down to the Battle Hunger.
Yeah. I think it was the Dragon Scale on the axe that killed him, or Battle Hunger?
I mean, they used another smoke, and they debuted the Blink to kill a Nyx. So you're fine with that if you're No-Tail.
Yeah, that's... he's probably just laughing. He's like, guys, they smoke decked me. He's basically saying he's in their head because he is winning these fights for OG. I think Hellraisers are just like so frustrated with him. They're like, let's just kill this goddamn Nyx assassin.
Killing him does not take away his abilities. You know?
No,
it's not like he needs an item to do these things.
He is perfectly happy with all the farm he's got. At no point, I don't think he's going to be happy to get like a 30-minute blink dagger or something this game, if he wants to go for a blink, whatever it might be.
For now, he'll settle for just, you know, a basic
Cloak,
essential. A cloak will do.
Get some just basic cheap items.
They go on 33, but there's a Seb behind him, ready with the press the attack.
Arcane Room there.
Not the way you want to start the fight.
33, you got to grab that one. It's disappearing in 5 seconds.
He's waiting.
Waiting for the last possible second, it looks like.
Yeah, he's got Exorcism cooling down in like 40, so he wants to make sure he can get the benefit of the Arcane Rune for that.
Hoping for a double rune maybe as well, but the next rune spawns top. Illusion Rune, nothing too useful. The odds still favoring OG, not as convincingly, so some faith in the Hellraisers draft.
Morphling is farming. You know, he's not that far behind, but he is behind, which is concerning.
And it is the Morpher's Gyrocopter, so we're going to see Morphling getting the free flat kind of side.
He gets caught by the Carapace, the silence coming through as well. Do they have any way to save it? Duel crashes in, they get the kill, and now they turn on the egg. Seb just smacks it down, finishes it off with ease. Good static storm here, but it only deals with the Aegis. Do they have enough for round 2? No survives. Big remnant forward. Kasani committing for this. Can he kill off this pesky bug? He will. Now he needs to get the hell out. He's out of remnants, and OG just not able to catch him. So, well, they get the Nyx. But
the story of this game.
That's a buyback for Nyx, and it might be Kasani going down if he's not careful.
He's
don't have the catch right now without the Nyx.
They probably see 21 charges and they're like, yeah, this guy's got 20 charges, like, let's not overcommit. Spirit Vessel makes him very tanky as well. 33 could be in danger. He popped the Essence Ring, but he was afflicted by the Soul Release. Now Nyx waving in, senses opportunity. This is where Morph can be strong. Maybe Nyx assassin to fight. Well, Soxa is finding the backline kills. There's the call. Follow-up coming through, but the dual counterplay. I don't know if it's enough damage. They do end up losing Smell, but Morphling stays alive. Soxa's got to back off, but no chance to rejoin the fray. He gets up the Carapace on Nyx, keeps him controlled, while Seb tries to deal with Roger. Burst Spirit died back. That's a big loss. Hellraisers, though, they can make up for this. Morphling finds some extra kills on the way out. No-Tail, he just came back into the fight. The press the attack prevents him from dying twice. And the fight will conclude with OG kind of plateauing in terms of their gold lead. Yeah, Hellraisers did a really good job fighting around the Exorcism. You can see there the recap, it was a pretty much even trade, slightly favoring OG on the gold exchange, but Morphling gaining a lot. I think that's where Hellraisers probably feel the fight because Morphling gets that 800 gold. But they made sure when they committed hard for the fight, it was when Death Pro was already like below half health, and she committed the Exorcism and instantly died like 2 seconds later. So without the Spirit Siphon charges to heal himself back up, 33, perhaps chose the wrong time to use Exorcism. Does have that Essence Ring, which is really nice.
Yeah, he popped it while he was Soul Release, so...
I think the Essence Ring, it's health gain. It doesn't actually, it's not actually affected by the...
It looked like it didn't heal him as much.
Okay.
Maybe I'm crazy.
The Spirit Siphon definitely will not heal you as much when you have a Spirit Vessel on you, but I know things like Essence Ring bypass like the Ice Blast of AA because it's just health gain.
That it probably does work. I guess it just wasn't quick enough. So, has a healthy amount of charges, but now he's got a BKB. And for Hellraisers, all they really have to deal with that is Morphling right clicks. Your Ember has no damage. And I guess you have call for the lockdown, but it seems very hard to kill the Death Prophet if the Legion is behind him. Yeah, you need which he usually will be.
You need to kite her around, which is just keep on using the slight Searing Chains, try beta and BKB and then disengage, or just keep on poking at her, getting her down low, and then only commit into the fight once you're sure you can burst her down, which Morphling E-Blade could give you a way to catch her by surprise if she's not quick on the BKB. I like that you can even just throw the E-Blade at her and just get her down to half health and make it hard for OG to fight. It's not always about killing people, these tanky heroes with E-Blade. It's about just forcing BKB, scaring them off a fight.
I don't know if we caught it yet, but Soxa also has his Ags on the Weave.
Oh, that's a big item.
So they have saves on saves on saves. Press the attack, the Weaver Ags, very tanky cores, Satanic coming soon for Sumail.
Yep.
Like you said, they really have to kite. They have to play like this keep away, bait out abilities Dota, or they need to find like the perfect catch.
Yeah. It just gets so difficult when both of OG's frontline, well, all three really of their cores are pretty tanky. Maybe slightly less so the Legion, and they've got the Ags Weaver behind them. Spirit Vessel's going to become very key, although it doesn't help against the time lapse as well, since that's just sending you back in time as far as your health goes. It's kind of like a health swap. So, not going to solve your problems by itself.
They really want to set up on Kasani here bottom. There's the Carapace initiation from No-Tail. Foul comes through with 33. Has the Exorcism flowing, but the backup's arriving. Call by Funnick, dragging him in. 33. He's diving really far for this. BKB committed. I think OG are just going to have to back. No creeps yet. No, they're sticking around. They want to keep on fighting. Warning shot fired by Nyx. The chain's coming through. They are working 33 down. BKB's over. Purge. Is it enough? The blink call. They drag him back again, trying to keep him alive. The egg dropped in a great position. OG, they can fight it with the Static Storm laying over the top. They get two. They might just get a third. 33 will go down. It's going to be 4. OG, a catastrophe. It's a full 5-man wipe as Hellraisers slay them.
Oh yeah, they just got a bit too gung-ho trying to force that fight, going high ground. That fight works fine if Death Prophet has BKB, but when he commits the BKB to try and dive the Ember for that and goes for that kill, doesn't get it. At that point, if you're OG, you used to disengage. Problem is, disengaging against Disruptor, just not possible. And we'll see it again here.
I'm really surprised they dove so far for this.
Yeah.
Like, you would think at that point, just back and chill, and you forced all the TPs, you could probably still push a bit with the Exorcism, but yeah, like you said.
At this point, you're committed, because even if you try and all run away, somebody's going to get caught by the glimpse. That's the beauty of Disruptor, is that you just punish these teams who overcommit and dive, and as a result, OG's like, well, we just got to fight this 5, let's try and do this, and 3-man Static Storm was perfect.
Yeah, while that replay was wrapping up, action brewing here in the mid lane. They're looking for No-Tail, and he may go down. Now gets the Purge and will be healed up. Still though, took quite a bit of damage, and now it's actually a Hellraiser's gold lead. Morphling, he was about 1.5k down. Now he's almost 2k up. E-Blade done. Next ultimate orb coming soon. Working towards the Scotty. He is getting scary.
I think OG we're seeing maybe have some damage issues until Gyro gets another item or two. The Weaver Exorcism.
And he's just got a rapier already queued up for Sumail. Straight into raw damage. You want damage, you'll get it. Said, well, that's some damage. Quick assassination as Hellraisers. Now look for more. Kasani with the 2 hero chains. What a nice setup. Now Nick bleeding in. He tries to man up on Sumail. I don't know if he can fight into the Satanic. It seems he can, actually. He's just fine. Shotgun. He's winning the fight. No, he gets stunned. He will get killed off.
The time-lapse healing him up. And
Sumail just too tanky with all these saves. Them is Funnick TPing out, narrowly gets away, so suddenly it's 3 dead. I didn't think OG could take the Morphling, but I think he just kept on Agimorphing, and he was too low to man fight.
yeah. Suxa making some really clutch plays with this Aghanim's time-lapse save on teammates. He's got Nathan Lens queued up to give him even more cast range to play around, and Sumail kept alive thanks to it. His rapier queued up. He's going to be playing without a BKB, which is definitely very risky. If he gets his Aegis rapier, he's going to be a scary threat in these fights. But you know, there's Fire Spirits, there's Disruptor spells, there's just all these things that make it feel like he might want to consider BKB. But if he goes straight BKB his next time, he's not going to do any damage. Ag Satanic BKB does not sound like a build you want to go. So he's going to risk it all in on this rapier. And right now, with an Aegis in hand, OG at least slightly back in the driver's seat.
Can Hellraisers find a good team fight before the Rapier's online? That'll be the question. As with that one engagement, Sumail suddenly just back to the lead in net worth, just secured it. So perhaps he can carry this game, as they are going to focus on buffing him now. Solar Crest picked up by 33. Very utility-focused Death Prophet.
Yeah, I like when you've got this hero on your team that you look at and you think, okay, if this hero gets tanky and farmed enough, like can he win the game? Getting a Solar Crest always feels nice to just chuck it on them. And I think Gyro, you see he's got a rapier queued up, and if you're his teammate, you're thinking, okay, this guy's going rapier with no BKB. How do we keep him alive? Because yeah, you've got this Axe Weaver, but they're going to be playing around it. So also got a cooldown you've got to play around. So everyone on the OG side is pretty much going to be itemizing to protect Sumail. You've got Legion with the press the attack. You're going to have the Solar Crest. And it's going to be all about keeping him alive.
And Sumail has spider leg, so he is going to be very elusive in these upcoming fights.
Yeah, he's 540 movement speed.
Really nice pick up on the hero with flat cannon and rocket barrage for chasing and repositioning. Not to mention just staying alive. Hellraisers, they are moving out in the bottom lane, trying to get active on the map. It feels like they've been forced back a bit just from that one fight. Afraid of this OG Aegis.
And they probably still feel like they should have a strong late game with this Morphling. We're going to force an outpost here approaching the 30-minute mark, so this is where if you get double outposts, that's a lot of experience going your way. I think OG with Aegis in hand want to try and even force a fight if possible, but...
Will Hellraisers take that fight?
Ember's trying to maybe get top outpost? No, it doesn't look like he wants to risk it.
He has a gem now. Roger bought that.
Okay.
They're tired of these Nyx initiations, and I guess to a lesser extent, Saksa just constantly running roughshod over the back lines.
Yeah. It allows the Ember to actually split push waves and farm more greedily on the map because he doesn't have to worry about Nyx just vendetting him with a Carapace.
Sumail has tipped his hand now as the Sacred Relic enters his inventory, and they are hunting. No-Tail walking in. He will get the stop. Maposhka here. Follow-up swarm coming through. They do connect with the chains, but Maposhka can't run away from that pesky bug. They get the kill, and on the south side, Sip, he finds the Phoenix, so suddenly, a 5v3. OG with an Aegis. They're positioned to go high ground. Sumail's already up in the base, spider-legging his way over. The creep wave is killed off. They've got Exorcism. There's no buyback on this Phoenix. They do have one on the Disruptor. I don't think this glyph is going to stop OG gods. They counter glyph. They are committed to this. They're so close to the rapier too. Sumail, if he gets this tower, he'll just about have it.
He's just being bumped. That's the attack. Dolocrest.
And look at the positioning. Like, how do you possibly get any combo off here? Disruptor, maybe a 2-hero Static Storm on the BKB Death Prophet and the Gyrocopter with Aegis. Good luck finding easy kills. I don't think there's going to be a repeat of that team fight, but Hellraisers, if they don't go soon, they're going to lose 2 lanes. They finally have Phoenix respawning. It's time to make your move.
If they don't go soon, Sumail's Rapier's on the way. Curious, so it's coming down. Even harder.
OG, they're just going to, they might just try to win with this Aegis, gods.
Yeah. I mean, while he's got, if you're going to combine it, you want to do it now while he's got his
No-Tail. He blinks out. He baked out the blink call. They start tickling Sumail.
Here comes the Rapier. Will he combine it? Yes, he will.
Yeah. Instant purge off, removing that Spirit Vessel charge. As they do catch Funnick once again. It's No-Tail with the Carapace. Force Funnick backing away. The whole Hellraiser core has to get out. He's Satanic's up. He's been fighting. They get the duel. They kill up the Morphling. He's dead. No buyback for 70. OG could just win the game now.
Yep.
They don't know this buyback is unavailable, but they're going to find out real soon when it's not getting used and their team is aggressively diving. They lose the next instant buyback. They're going for it. OG trying to speed run this game number 2 and close it out with a 2-0 over Hellraiser. Sumail. Oh, the time lapse keeps him alive. Tier 4s are dropping. OG commit. Roger, he can't deal with the flak. He might just go down. He's going to jump all the way back into the flood. Running out of time. Jeez, they're holding. OG, they're going to kill off these heroes. They still keep the Gyrocopter alive. The egg gets blown up. 33 down, no text. Now turning back for the axe. It's a massacre. Hellraisers have been raised out of this game. Gee, just like that, you know, it's like they hit the gas and the game just completely flips.
This team is just so good at finding that one moment of weakness